center for the core area. So what I would suggest you have is a yoga block. If you don't have a block, then maybe just grab a container, like a packed lunch container or Tupperware container, and just have that close by. So let's start in a cross-legged position. We're going to take a moment just to close the eyes and relax the shoulders and start to lengthen through your spine. So just visualize sending the crown of your head to the ceiling or the sky, wherever you're practicing, and pull the shoulders away from the ears. As you sit in Sukhasana, just be aware of the breath. The breath is our life force. Everything that's living is breathing. And we're all breathing in that prana, that life force energy. And yoga keeps bringing us back to our breath. We want to lengthen, we want to expand. So our breath is exploring the whole of our body. Breathing in through your nose, breathing out the same way. Slowly blinking the eyes open. We're going to breathe in and start to send the hands up towards the ceiling, stretching and lifting out of the waist. We're going to drop the right hand down, bend into the right elbow. You can always use your hand onto your block if you need. And then start to stretch over with that left arm. Keeping the body open. We're not collapsing forward. Maybe the gaze is forward, maybe the gaze is turned upwards. We're going to breathe back to center, palms come back together. And we're going to drop down the left arm this time, bending into that left elbow, starting to delve over to the left side. Again, you've that option of maybe gaze forward, maybe gaze turned upwards. And with all the yoga poses, start to explore with your out breath. So when you exhale, maybe seeing, does your body want to go a little deeper? Always listening to what your body is telling you. Coming back up to center, palms back together. And then exhale the arms back down. Bring your left hand over to your right knee and send your right hand behind you, twisting towards your right shoulder. Pulling that shoulder back a little more. Again, the crown of the head is reaching upwards. Breathing all the way into the belly. Breathing all the way out. Slowly bringing yourself back to center. The left hand is behind the right hand to the left knee, starting to twist through the whole of the core, pulling that left shoulder back. head, reaching for the ceiling. And the breath is long. Slowly coming back to center. We're going to come round now onto our hands and our knees. So just have your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. And then step your hands further forward. Just a little bit, not too far. And we're just going to start a rotation. So you start to sit back towards your right heel, dropping the head towards the mat. And then roll over to that left heel, coming up towards the left wrist and the right wrist. And just continuing to roll through in your own time. And keep the movement quite slow. You can start to build its pace if you feel that's what your body needs. And close the eyes, just helps to bring your focus inwards. You want to let go of the outside world. We spend a lot of time there. It affects how we feel, it affects our mind, our body, and for this next few moments we are just staying inwards, not just now but as we continue through our practice. Reversing your circle. And I'd encourage you to take time inwards as much as you can, whether it's just sitting for a few moments with the eyes closed, whether it's taking a walk in nature with no distractions, no phone. Last breath here. Just allowing everything to recenter and rebalance. We're going to take the knees wide on our mat and bring the big toes together and sit back fully now to the heels, dropping the head down. You can always take support for your head if you need it. The neck needs to be able to relax, so take support if you need. Staying here for 2 more breaths. We're going to start to slowly come up, bring the hands closer to you, bring the knees back in line with the hips, tuck the toes, and we're going to delve into down dog. So we start to sit back towards our heels, we straighten the arms, and then we start to bring the heels down, pushing back a little bit more, like you're pushing away from your mat, squeezing the inner arms to open into your shoulders. Relaxing the jaw, relaxing the neck, no strain at all. 2 more breaths here, breathing all the way into the belly. Maybe taking a sigh out of the mouth. Letting go of any stagnation, any unwanted thoughts or energy. We're going to drop back down to our knees, and then we're going to come on to our elbows, bringing the palms together, elbows underneath the shoulders, so just shift yourself forward so you're in line. We're going to step back with the feet into a plank pose, engaging the core, pulling away from our mats. If this is too challenging for you at the moment, you can drop your knees down. Coming back to breathing into our bellies. Keeping the hips in line, keeping the back low, no bottom in the air. 2 more breaths. One more. Dropping the knees back down, bringing the hands back underneath the shoulders. Tucking the toes, we've got down dog, pushing back. This time we're going to start to roll the hips forward, dropping the hips down to the mat and looking upwards in an up dog. We're going to exhale, roll back, heels to the back of the mat, down dog. We're rolling hips down into that up dog position, looking up. We're exhaling, rolling back. We're dropping the knees back down when you are ready. We're going to send the right arm long, the left leg long, stretching forward, stretching back. Keeping the core pulled in, engaging this muscle. Maybe kicking back, taking hold of our foot, stretching more into the thigh, the right shoulder. Gaze stays down. Dropping that left knee, dropping that right arm. Left arm is long, right leg is long, gaze is down. Finding that balance and that stability in the pose. Maybe kicking back, maybe staying where you are. Remember, there's no judgment. Releasing back to that table position. Bring the knees together now and just roll down into your balasana, dropping the head, releasing the arms either side of the legs. Breathing into the whole of the spine, exhaling, releasing. Again, breathing into the whole of the spine, the back, lower back. And releasing. Let's do one more breath. Slowly rising up from Balasana. So we're going to come back to plank, but this time on our hands, sending those feet back. So strong plank, strong arms, strong legs, pulling away from the mat. Holding here. 2 more breaths, breathing into the belly. Releasing fully out. We're going to slowly start to lower all the way down to the mat. We're going to rise up to Cobra, pushing the abdomen down, relaxing the shoulders, stretching into the front of the abdomen, shoulders relaxed. We're going to sit back to the heels, drop the head down. Down dog when you're ready. Sending the heels back, making sure the fingers are wide. We're going to send the right leg long, squeezing it back. We're going to inhale, knee all the way to the chest, pulling it in, and then exhaling it long. Inhale, rolling forward, knee to chest. Exhale long. One more, bringing it in. Exhaling it all the way back. Dropping that right foot down, sending the left leg long this time. We've got that inhalation, knee to chest. Exhale long. Bringing that knee in. Inhale. Exhale back. One more, bring it in. Exhale long. Dropping that left foot back down, walking the feet towards the hands, sitting down into a squat, bringing up the arms. Maybe the elbows come into the inner leg, the gaze is forward, shoulders relaxed. Long breath into the belly, just feeling the core growing stronger. Feeling that energy shifting, the body feeling warmer. One more breath. Dropping down all the way to your mat. So we are going to bring our feet together. We're going to send the arms out in front of us. Maybe lift off one leg, maybe lift off two legs in boat pose. We're engaging the core, we're pulling the core in. The arms are long. And you have various options here. Maybe you keep the knees quite bent. Maybe you take the legs straighter. It's definitely more challenging with them straighter. Sending the gaze towards the toes, reaching the arms forward, taking the fingers wide. 2 more breaths. Don't worry, you will wobble, you will shake. And hugging the knees in, give yourself a hug, drop the head down, release the neck. Big belly breath here, maybe a sigh out of the mouth. We're going to roll all the way down to our mat. This is when you'll need your block or your container that you have to hand. Taking a bend into the legs so you can just touch your heels with your fingertips. Separating the knees. And we're going to inhale and start to roll up, pushing up the abdomen, bringing the arms behind, stretching the arms behind you, relaxing them on the floor, and pushing the hips up to the ceiling. Feeling the weight maybe a little more in the heels as you squeeze the glutes. Breathing all the way into the belly. 2 more breaths. Rolling slowly all the way down again. Taking your time. Let's draw both knees in. Give yourself a hug. Squeezing those knees in. Bringing up the head, nose to knees. And then dropping the head back down. Holding onto the knees and just drawing a circle. Reverse. Squeezing the knees in, releasing the feet back down to your mat. We're going to grab our block now, or our container. We've got our block on the top of our thigh and then onto our elbow on the right side. So you're pushing your block with your thigh and your arm. We're raising up the head. We're sending the left leg long, holding the head up, engaging the core muscles. We're bringing that left knee in. We're exhaling long. Inhale in. Exhale long. Knee to chest. Exhale long. And again. Exhale. 2 more. Bringing that knee in. Sending it long. Last one. Sending it long. Dropping that foot down, releasing the head, releasing your block. Knees back into the chest. Give yourself a little roll, a little rock here. When we work our core muscles, we also strengthen our lower back, which is an area that can get quite weak. So take your time with these core exercises. If you need to do less repetition, then you do so. Always listen to the body. We've got the other side to do now. So we're going to grab hold of our block, our container once again. This time it's the left knee, the left arm resting into that block. We're raising up the head. That right leg is going long now. We're engaging the core. We're breathing in, knee to chest. We're exhaling long, hovering that heel. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale in. Exhale long. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. One more. Inhale in. Exhale long. Drop that right foot. Release your block. Both knees back into the chest. Rolling a little side to side. Dropping those feet back down to your mat. Grabbing your block once again. Holding your block or your container with both hands. And then just placing it underneath your head. Elbows out to the side. We're drawing the knees into the chest. We're bringing up the head. We're exhaling the left leg. Exhaling the right, alternating each side like you're cycling a bike. Head is resting on the block. Should really be feeling that now in the core. We've got 2 more. Either side. Last one. Knees back into the chest. Drop your head onto your block. Relax the feet down. Palms up to the ceiling. Just give the head a little roll side to side. A little massage here. Maybe pausing on one side. And then slowly rolling to the other. Taking that pause, that stretch. Coming back to center. Release your block now from under your head. Arms alongside you. We're going to raise the heels up to the ceiling. Arms stay where they are, palms facing down. If you have any lower back issues, what I suggest you do is bring your knees into your chest first and then send them long. Bringing them in and back up. If your lower back is perfectly okay, there's no injury, no discomfort there, arms stay where they are, and we start to lower the legs but hover the heels. So you're lowering down on your exhalation, hovering, and then inhale, strengthening the legs back up, pushing the heels back to the ceiling. Exhale, lowering down, very slowly, hovering the heels, holding here. Breathing into the belly. Exhaling. Inhale, raise the legs back up, heels back to the ceiling. Exhale, lowering down. Taking our time, make sure your chin is tucked in, no strain on the neck. Hovering the heels. Inhale, back up. Lowering down. Hovering the heels. Holding here. Inhale back. We've got one more to do. Lowering the legs just above your mat. You can feel the core working here. Inhale back up. Squeeze those knees in. Take hold of the outside edge of the feet in happy baby. Roll and move whatever way feels good. Drop both feet back down to your mat with a little bit of distance, arms out to the side, palms facing upwards. We're going to draw the knees into the chest, drop them over to that right side, turning the head to the left. Releasing any tension from the back. Breathing all the way along the spine. Slowing the breath down. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling over to the left. The head is to the right. Closing the eyes. Just enjoying that release on the whole of the back. Rolling back to center. Just release the body down into Shavasana now. No strain on the arms, the legs, nothing on the body at all. Just resting. Closing the eyes. Delving back inwards. Feeling the belly rise and fall with the breath. As you inhale, just visualize a yellow light coming in through the belly button, like the rays of the sun. Feeling your energy growing, feeling your inner power growing, feeling your strength, your vitality. The whole body is filled with this yellow light. Absorbing this light like the rays of the sun on a hot summer's day. Every breath makes you more stronger, more powerful, Letting go of the breath now. Letting go of the light. Just being aware of the body lying in Shavasana. Draw the legs together, raise the arms overhead, and just take a full body stretch. Bringing both knees into the chest as you blink the eyes open, giving yourself a hug. Rocking a little side to side. Taking the body over to one side to slowly bring yourself back up. Thank you for taking the time to practice with me. I hope you enjoyed the class. Feel free to do it as much as you need, and you can adapt the alterations, whether you want to do 6, whether you want to do less, whether you want to increase, and just gradually build on the time. Much love, lots of love. Take care. Namaste.